Welcome to Box Recaps. Today I'm going to explain the movie Beautiful Disaster, released in the year 2023. The movie starts and we see a girl named Abby who has just moved into LA. It is revealed that her mother passed away when she was pretty young, so she has been brought up by her dad. She loves playing poker. She taught her how to play, and she's now really good at it. Her talent in poker is famous in her town. She, however, had to leave that town to come to LA to pursue further studies, and here she meets a friend named Mason. Mason goes on to walk Abby to her room, and we learn that Mason has a boyfriend named Shepley. Mason always ends up dating bad guys, but this time she tells Abby that she's pretty positive about Shepley, adding that he could be a good guy for her. Mason tells Abby that they've been invited over to dinner by Shepley, but Abby says she does not feel like it, as she's too exhausted right now. However, Mason literally grabs and drags her by the leg, telling her that she needs to go with her. When she's out, she ends up running into a guy named Travis Maddox, who is a boxer. She apologizes to him and leaves, but ends up going to his fight. He goes on to beat the crap out of his opponent, and the blood of his opponent can be seen on Abby's sweater. That night, when Abby is in her bed, she cannot stop thinking about Travis. The next morning, she wakes up and remembers that this is the day she gets admission in her college. She takes out all the money she has won playing poker and makes her way to the principal's office. She takes those stacks of cash to the principal, but the principal tells her that she needs to have an account. They cannot accept cash like that. Abby says that she's not created a bank account yet, and she does not want to involve her father into all this, so that is the only way she can pay. She begs the principal to accept the cash because she wants to have a new life in LA, and the principal finally agrees to accept. Abby had the fee for only the first semester. She has no idea what she is going to do for the next semester. Abby makes her way to the college, and during the break, she has lunch with Shepley and Mason. When she asks Shepley about the guy who was fighting last night, Shepley says that his name is Travis, and he's in their college. Abby is shocked to learn that because she did not know he was a student. This is when Travis comes from behind and introduces himself. He, however, receives a call and leaves. Later, when they're in class, Travis is sitting right behind Abby, and she does not know that. She opens Instagram and starts seeing Travis's picture. She makes desirable expressions when she looks at his pictures, and he is seeing everything. He finally speaks up and tells her that she should not be stalking him like that. She, however, tells him that she's not at all interested in him, and that he should not waste his time trying to get her in the sack. Travis then tells her that he just wants to have dinner with her, adding that he's going to wait for her at 8. She says no to it, but ends up waiting at the chosen spot for Travis. Travis comes on a bike, but she refuses to go with him on the bike. He is, however, persuasive, and the next thing we see, she is on the bike. They have dinner, and she does not let him pay because she wants to make it clear to him that it is not a date. She's wearing her tracksuit to imply that this is not a date at all. When they go for a little walk, Travis says that if she's not attractive towards him in that way, they could be friends in that case. He tells her that he's basically from LA, and he has 4 big brothers, and all of them are boxers, which is the reason behind him being so good at it. When he asks about her, she just gets a cab and leaves, telling him that she is not going to let him know her in just one night. The next day, she's jogging when a frisbee comes her way. She throws it back, but ends up hitting a guy right in the stomach, and he is badly hurt. He introduces himself as Parker, and she apologizes to him right away. She's later in the shower when the water stops coming, and it is revealed that the water is not going to come till the next 24 hours. She then goes to her friend's room where Mason allows her to stay the night. When she's out in the hallway, she sees a girl coming out of Travis's room. That girl hands her number to Abby and tells her to give to Travis. When Abby goes to his room to give it to him, he sneaks up on her from behind, and she hands him the paper. He, however, tears the paper and throws it away. He offers her to stay the night in his room. She is desperate, so she ends up staying there. When she's studying, her markers run out of ink, and she opens his drawer only to see dozens of condoms. She is weirded out. Later, she is about to sleep when he comes out of the shower just wearing his towel, and she checks him out, simultaneously pretending to be asleep. When she wakes up, she's touching Travis on the chest, and when she realizes that, she starts yelling at him, telling him that he was trying to take advantage of her. She leaves for her test and runs into Parker on the way back. He asks her out, and she agrees to go out with him. She wears a fancy red dress, showing a lot of cleavage. When they're done with dinner, he offers her to take her to a show, and she agrees. It, however, turns out to be a boxing arena, and she runs out of there as she thinks she might run into Travis there. Travis has been texting her all day, and she's just been ignoring his texts. When she's on her way out of there, Travis sees her and asks her why she's been ignoring him. He then notices her dress and tells her that she should not be wearing that thing to a place like this. They are then joined by a guy who is Travis's opponent. Abby tells Travis to be weary of this, adding that Travis cannot defeat him. Travis, however, tells her that he can bet that this guy cannot even land a single strike on him. He tells her that if this guy is not able to land a single strike on him, she's going to have to live with Travis for 1 month. And she says that if he defeats Travis, then Travis will not be allowed to sleep with any girl for the next 3 months. The fight begins, and Travis goes on to knock that guy out without being even touched by his opponent, and Abby is shocked. He shouts at Abby, telling her that she's coming home with him now. Later, Abby's in the car with Parker, and she tries to make him understand the situation. She goes on to tell him that there's nothing romantic between her and Travis, and while he tries to understand it, he reveals that he's well aware of how aggressive and dangerous Travis is, and he does not want to be in his bad books. He tells Abby to get out of his car and leaves. The scene changes to Travis's room, where Abby is getting ready to get in bed with him, and before she does that, she tells him that he is not allowed to be touchy with her at all. The first few days are hard to spend with Travis. He annoys her a lot, but soon they start enjoying each other's company. They play a lot of games together, and Travis helps her work out. One day, Abby is invited by Travis to have dinner with his family, where Abby has a lot of fun and Travis's brother likes her too. They later start playing poker and go on to invite Abby as well. She says no at first, but when they say that she might be scared of losing, she tells them that she's going to play with them now. Travis's dad goes on to ask her where she's from, and she tells him that she's from Las Vegas. She's now about to win the game of poker. This is when they realize that Abby is the famous lucky girl who happens to win every poker game she plays. Abby used to be a celebrity when she was a kid, and Travis's brothers go on to recognize her right away. They used to be her fans when she was famous. They then go on to take selfies with Abby, and she has a lot of fun with them. We later see Travis and Abby spending some quality time with her. He even teaches her some boxing. One day, Mason and Abby go for a walk, and Mason tells her that she's falling for Shepley. She says that he could be the one. In the next scene, we see Abby chatting with someone on her laptop, and "Miss You" can be read on her screen. We learn that Abby only has 2 days left to spend in Travis's room. Then her birthday is approaching, and she will make her way back to her own room. Travis and Abby then start talking. They end up teasing each other physically, and Travis pins her to bed and kisses her. She tries to stop him, but he does not listen. She then shoves him away, but after a few seconds, she gets up and starts making out with him passionately. Just as they're about to get intimate with each other, Abby says that she needs to go to the bathroom and ruins the moment. She then calls Mason and tells her that she has started liking Travis. When the two of them are in the bathroom, there's a notification on her laptop. It is from a guy named Mick, and he sees her message where she has told the guy that she misses him too. Abby gets back to the room, only to find out that Travis has left. She tries to call him, but it is of no use. She then goes out everywhere looking for him, but he's nowhere to be found. She's now really worried for him. When he gets back in the morning, he tells her that he saw Mick's message, and she tells him that Mick is her dad. Travis feels like a jerk now. He apologizes to her, but she leaves. That evening, she's in the library where she meets Parker, who offers her to take to a party, and when she gets there, it turns out to be Travis's plan. He has thrown a surprise party for her. She's happy and then starts getting drunk. In the meantime, we see Shepley and Mason fight as Shepley says he wants a lot of kids, but she does not want that. Travis sees Abby getting drunk and tries to stop her. He brings her back to the room and she pukes. He takes care of her and tells her that he loves her. The next day, she tells him to massage her feet, and as they do that, they end up having a wild, steamy hormone sandwich. That night, she finally tells her dad where she is. She's been hiding it from him because she wanted to stop gambling with him. The next day, a man comes to her and tells her to get in a car with him, or they will break her dad's bones. Just like that, she disappears, and Travis looks for her everywhere. He starts going mad at her sudden disappearance and decides to look into her stuff, where he finds a lot of money, and this makes him even more suspicious and confused. The scene then changes to a casino, where Abby is brought to the man from whom her dad has taken a loan of $100,000. Her dad is also there, and the man now wants her to gamble for him, or he threatens to finish off her old man. She goes to a casino and wins $100,000 with ease. When she's about to leave, she runs into a friend who is working as a security guard there. He tells her that she will be kicked out of her college if they got to know that she was gambling despite being underage. He tells her to give him the $100,000 and he won't tell anyone. She has no choice but to give him the money. She calls her dad and tells him about it. Benny, the man to whom Mick owes money, he tells her that he wants her to work for him. He says they will share the winnings by 50-50. Abby says that she wants to study so she cannot keep gambling, but Benny does not give her another choice. This is when Travis shows up. He goes on to beat the crap out of everyone, takes Abby, and leaves. When they get back to his room, she ends up getting pissed at him for saving her, saying she would have figured something out. He tells her that he was going crazy without her. He then tells her that he loves her, and she kisses him. They end up having a wild, steamy hormone sandwich. Travis later sees an ad about a fight that would pay him $100,000. Travis leaves for the fight when she's asleep, and when she wakes up, she learns that he's gone for this fight. She makes her way out to stop him, and when she gets in the parking, she sees her dad and the boy from the club sharing the money which she won. This is the same boy who took the $100,000 from her the other night. It turns out this boy and her dad were working together. She uses a taser and knocks this boy out. She then gets in her car to the arena where Travis has to fight. She wants to tell him that her own dad was scamming her and that they don't owe money to anyone now. The fight begins. This fight has no rules. Travis's opponent hits him with a chain, and then Travis keeps getting beaten up. This is when a fire erupts in the arena and the fight stops. Abby gets there and takes Travis away. Abby now has the money she won, so she does not even have to worry about her fee anymore. They get married, and with that, the movie comes to an end. Subscribe for more videos like this. Turn on the notification and leave a like to help the channel out. Thank you for watching.